In this video, you'll review the different ways you can provide personalized feedback for student online submissions through SpeedGrader and Canvas. The options are annotated feedback through the doc viewer, rubric freeform comments if you've added a rubric to the assignment, and assignment comments. You'll also see where students can find your feedback afterwards. Start in an assignment where students have finished submitting, ideally after the due date has passed, and select SpeedGrader from the upper right corner. On the left, you'll see your student submission in the doc viewer, which holds the submission. And then on the right, you'll see the submission details, along with a place to enter the grade, work with a rubric, if you've added one to the assignment, and a space to leave assignment comments. Let's start with annotated feedback. You can leave annotated feedback on online assignment submissions, except text entry submissions, in the doc viewer through the annotation options in the upper right corner. Your options are point annotation, where you can point to a specific word or section and leave a comment, the highlight annotation, where you can highlight a section you want the student to pay attention to and leave a comment, the free text annotation, where you can insert a text box comment into the submission, the strike-through annotation, where you can show the student what to delete, the draw annotation, where you can draw an annotation and leave a comment if you wish. This annotation requires you to confirm the drawing or delete it before moving forward. You also can't take your finger off of your cursor while you're drawing. Otherwise, Canvas will assume you want to start a new drawing annotation. Last, there's the area annotation, which is where you can draw attention to an entire section of the submission and then leave a comment. Once you select an annotation type, remember that each time you select the document, you're going to leave that annotation type where you've selected. Remember to come back to the cursor towards the left of the annotation options, or select a different annotation type before you continue annotating the submission. You can move certain annotation types by waiting for your cursor to turn into the move icon as you hover over the annotation you've left. Select the move icon and drag the annotation where you'd like it to go. You can also delete an annotation by selecting it and then selecting the trash icon. Select OK to confirm that you want to delete the annotation. And that is how you leave annotated feedback in the doc viewer of SpeedGrader. Now let's move to the right side of your screen. The feedback options in SpeedGrader can be done in assignments, quizzes, and discussions. Before we get to the feedback options in SpeedGrader though, note that you have the name of the student, the date and time of the submission, the word count, and the file towards the top. Then you have the assessment portion. Enter the grade the student earned out of the total points possible, or wait until after you've left your feedback. If you've added a rubric to the assignment, you can turn the View Student Self-Assessment toggle on if you selected that option when you added the rubric to the assignment to see what your students think of their work, which is marked in a dotted green box. You can then select the criterion earned and leave freeform comments by selecting the comment icon at the bottom right corner of each criterion. You can also select the comment box to see if your student left any comments in their self-assessment. Then select Submit Assessment to save the rubric assessment. Underneath the rubric or grade, depending on which settings you've enabled, is a rectangle with text formatting options. This is the Rich Content Editor, or RCE, and it's where you can leave assignment comments for the submission or attempt. One feature that could save you time, especially if you write similar or the same feedback phrases over and over again, is the comment library. The comment library, which you can find as the comment icon in the upper right corner above the RCE, allows you to type and save comments for future use. These comments will follow you across your courses. So to add a comment, type in a comment to add it to the library, and then select +Add to Library. You can then select a comment from your library, and it will appear in the RCE. Feel free to add more text, links, images, a bulleted or numbered list, or math equation to complete your personalized feedback. But wait, there's more. Underneath the RCE are 3 other assignment comment options. You can attach a file if you have more detailed feedback you'd like to provide. You can record a video of yourself giving direct feedback to your student. Leave audio feedback, or record a screen capture, perhaps of you reviewing the submission in detail in SpeedGrader. To record a screen capture, enable it, and then select a tab. Note that I'm using Google Chrome. It's going to look a little wonky, but then when you select Start Recording, you'll get a countdown, and SpeedGrader will capture your screen. Then select Stop Sharing, name the file, and select Save Media. The recording, once finished, will appear above the RCE. Finally, you can record text-to-speech feedback. Select the text-to-speech icon and then select the Record button. Record your feedback such as, "Hi Connie, thank you so much for your submission." Then select the Stop button. Your text-to-speech feedback will go into the RCE wherever your cursor is located, so be careful of its placement. You can then edit the text-to-speech feedback as needed. Save your assignment comments by selecting Submit Comment. Then go back and enter the grade the student earned if you haven't already. After you've submitted comments, students can view the feedback you've left for them by going into the assignment. They can then scroll down and review your rubric selection and comments, scroll down further to view your annotated comments, and then scroll back up and select View Feedback in the upper right corner to view your assignment comments. And those are the different ways you can provide personalized feedback for student online submissions through SpeedGrader and Canvas, and where your students can go find your feedback. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.